Peace and blessings and namaste to all light warriors, workers, and everything in between. It is I, Sophie, today, and I am laughing today. Okay, I am divine feminines. Some of your divine masculines are wilding out right now. Okay, and I want to give you a heads up on what's going on. All right, first of all, let me start off with a dream, okay, that I had last year. So this year, when I interpret it, it makes sense, okay? And then I'm going to go into what your battle is, divine feminine, okay? So first things first, last year, I had a dream that, I was in a pool hall and it was completely empty except for me and another gentleman, okay? This gentleman was sitting down in a chair and I was sitting on him, facing him in the chair. Now, I had my breast exposed. Now, before y'all start thinking about this is not a sexual dream, okay? It's a symbolic dream. So just go along with me. I'm sitting in front of this male, and I have my breast exposed. And this man is nursing from one breast to the other, and I'm just sitting there doing this. Like, I'm having a ball. I'm probably being a naughty Sophie, right? In the dream realm. So I'm nursing him with my boobs like this. I look over and another male came, okay? And he showed up and he had a baseball cap on. And his baseball cap was like this low. And he got down real low, like as if he was like in the football. He got down real low and then he started charging. But when he started charging, he was charging with his hands and his feet as if running towards me like a beast, okay? When he was running towards me and this gentleman, I just put my hand out like this. And when I did that, a small little ray of vibration came and pushed that gentleman back, okay? And then I woke up. I called my spirit team and I'm like, okay, this is what's happening. What do y'all think this is? I already had what I thought it was, but now it's becoming way more clear. So my spirit team, was telling me, okay, that was your divine masculine. Okay, your divine masculine, he was on his way, he was ready to claim you, but you weren't ready yet because you were still healing another masculine during that time. So you pushed him back and said, not yet. I said, okay, makes sense, right? Now, later on, I find out, I get the vision of him running again, and I realize this is a bull. So he's not a beast, he's running like a bull, okay? And I like bulls, I liked them when I was a nana. I had a pet bull then too. You know what I mean? So I like bulls. So this is a very powerful, bullish energy, okay? And it takes me back to like the golden calf days, like during a certain era. So I know my divine masculine is ancient, okay? I know that he was around in Babylon. I know that he was probably around in Egypt with me and probably in India as well. Okay, so these are the three dynasties that I have also existed in with this exact divine masculine. All right, now, as I'm trying to figure out, okay, who he is, okay, because every time I'm in the astral realms, I don't really get a face. Like either it's blurred out or maybe it has a head of something else, like a lion or something like that, but I can never see the face. All right, so I'm asking my team, can y'all see anything? Because I can't see the face. What does he look like? What does he look like? Describe him to me. They were getting something very similar, of the blurry. But the important thing was, my sister, Chayel, she says, he said, of course he's your husband. Who else would you be allowed to marry but me? This is what he said. Who else would you be allowed to marry but him? All right. Now, that was last year. This year, I got the same exact download. Okay. Trying to find my way around, this newness of everything. And I got the same message. Who else would you be allowed to marry but me? Okay. Now, why am I telling this to y'all? Some of you, divine feminines, some of you are having issues in your current relationships and in your life because your divine masculines are interfering in your life. Pay attention to me. Pay attention to me. I did not know this. I'm just finding this out. But some of your divine masculines are actually interfering in your current relationships, okay? Because they are ready to come into union with you. All right. They're ready to come into union with you because this is the season that this is supposed to happen. All right. So we still have the children that I was talking about yesterday. Those children, those souls that are waiting to be born. Okay. And then we're entering into the kingdom now. And so all of these divine pairings are starting to find each other, which means that a lot of old relationships are being destroyed and new ones are being built. Right. But the funny part about it is, these divine masculines are very, very possessive. Okay? Very possessive. When I was told, who else would you be allowed to marry but me? I asked, I said, oh my God, are you jealous? He said, no, not jealous, but possessive. Okay? So this energy, my divine masculine that I can't see for some reason, keeps cloaking himself or shape-shifting. My divine masculine has been around since I was a child, birth, and some of yours are too. Okay, so if you're finding yourself struggling with trying to find relationships or trying to find, say there's somebody that you really, 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 really like, okay, but you can't really get close to them. Okay, you can't get close to him, or there's always something happening. If that's not your divine masculine, he's interfering. Okay, now the divine masculines are very masculine. Okay, the high divine masculines are very masculine. I mean, even to the point of chauvinism. Okay, some of them are operating like that. Like my divine masculine, my high divine masculine is adamant that I am not to work, or I don't, that I need to be taken care of. I've never been that way. Do you see what I'm saying? I've never been that way. So I've always taken care of myself. That's just how I am. It's fun. But it'll happen for a short amount of time, and then he'll take me out of it and say, focus on the spiritual things and let me handle this. All right. So what ends up happening with you, divine feminine, the reason why this is happening, and I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not trying to scare you. Okay. But if you are divine feminine, you're pretty much already open to these energies anyway. Divine feminine, because the time is short, right? And a lot of these masculines or the fallens who have been trapped here, they're trying to get home. All right. Now, the divine feminine, you are the key, because some of you, I'm just going to go out and say it. We're the Holy Grail. Okay. The Holy Grail. So what's end up happening is they're becoming very forceful and trying to get in union with you because they need you to go home. See, the divine feminine, you came here on a specific mission too, and that's to heal your divine masculines and try to get your divine masculines home. Okay? And some of these divine masculines are ready to go home, and they are messing with your lives. Okay? Now, of course, it is a free will choice to you, divine feminine. Okay, if it is the case that this has been a twin flame or a soulmate from eons and eons and eons ago, and they have attached themselves to you or found you from the time you entered into this realm and just kind of hung out with you. Like, I never really realized that I had an ascended master hanging out with me all my entire life, okay, until other people started saying it, okay? So what would happen was, I have a sister, a divine feminine sister that's very high. She's one of the ones, I only have 2 divine feminine sisters that I deal with that can actually reach the ether realms and the celestial realms and the astral realms, okay? Just 2 of them that can do that with me, okay? There's a third that is working on it. She gets there, but she gets confused. But she's going to be there pretty soon, okay? But with one of my divine feminine sisters, she reads tarot. And every time she read my tarot, okay, or every time she tried to read me, I would always get this card where this young woman is walking down this road and she's looking up like this. She has a bouquet of flowers, and right behind her is a high ascended master, like this male with an arch over him. It follows me everywhere I go from birth, okay? This may or may not have happened to you as well, all right? But I can recall her telling me, oh my God, you got an ascended master. He's been around since a long time. Okay, fine. There's also times where I might be around other people and he can astral travel, okay? My divine masculine astral travels to me, okay? He astral travels. He can also bilocate. Okay, so what happens is sometimes I'll just be, in my store, or sometimes I'm in the home or wherever it is, and I'll just feel an overwhelming presence of energy. Okay, and I know when it's him because it's like, you know what I mean? And so I have to temper it, breathe it out, because this is a powerful deity. Okay, this is a powerful deity that apparently knows me very well, intimately, inside and out, and has been around for a long time. All right. So what ended up happening? Okay. I was one of the ones that weren't supposed to marry. Okay. I wasn't supposed to marry. I wasn't supposed to have children. And when I was young, I kept that in my mind. I didn't want to marry. I didn't want to have children. Why? Because I always wanted to be, either an archaeologist, okay, or something like that. I always wanted to travel, okay, and go into the pyramids and the caves and stuff like that, and look at the language. I was asked a long time ago if there was one special power that you could have, what would it be? And I said I would love the ability to decode all and understand all languages. Okay, so in my mind, I was traveling. The hieroglyphs, all of that, writing it down, learning, relearning what these things were. I would notice that I could have a successful relationship, maybe about 8 years, sometimes 10, sometimes 14. And what will happen is, as I start to develop more and more in my spirituality, if the partner that I was with was not developing, or growing with me, then we would have this nice little peaceable separation. Okay. And my divine masculine takes his essence from out of the partner that I was dealing with and downloads it into another partner. And then I meet this partner all over again, like it's brand new. Okay. But it's the same freaking energy. It's the same energy. Like I can't. I'm sorry. This is what's happening. Okay, this is what's happening. Not only to me, but it's happening to some of you too. Okay, it really is. I've listened to them. They are ready to come into union and they are ready to go home, and you are the key to them going home. But if you are not in the unions with them, as of now, you're going to find out that you're going to see some strife and some struggle going on in your relationships, because your divine masculine is trying to get your attention. He wants to dissolve that union and he's ready for you to be with him. All right. So you're going to have to be careful. And they're forceful, honey. They're forceful. Okay. When I say masculine energy, when I say energy that will tell you you're not allowed to marry anybody but me, that's a masculine that is dead serious. Okay? Dead serious, very strong, very forceful, okay? Knows what he wants, going after it, screw anything else. All right? So now you're probably dealing with the same thing. All right? Pay attention to your unions. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to your urges, all right? Now, here's the part that's going to be a little bit scary for you. And I told you, if you're a divine feminine, you shouldn't be afraid of this. Some of these masculines are in devil energy. Some of them are demons. Sorry. Okay. Now, I don't want you to get freaked out about that, because if you are a divine feminine, okay, you're going to deal with the light and the dark anyway. Okay. And you're not going to be afraid of the demonic realm, because the demonic realm know you too. Okay. They know you. They understand your power. Some of them are going to come to you. You know, they're going to want your help. They want to transmute energy. And some of your divine masculines are actually in that demonic energy. Okay. This is what makes your role so very important and why you need to take it seriously. All right. Because some of these fallen, okay, some of these divine masculines that's been trapped on this earth for cutting up, cutting up from eons and eons and eons ago, they are ready to go home, but they have not figured out how to transmute their energies by themselves. And they're leaning on the divine feminine to try to get them help. Okay, they want to go home. They want to get out of this devilish energy. They want to change, but because they have been stuck here, some of them can't do the work all by themselves, and they're needing your healing. They're needing your healing to do that. So some of you can do, and I'm not going to say all of you. Okay, I'm not going to say all of you, because you got to be trained for this. Okay, but some of you can take that negative demonic energy and transmute it and put them back in angelic form again. Okay, when I was going through a lot of energy clearing, all right, and with the help of some of, the angels, and I would have dark negative energies like around me gathering and wanting to, go to the light. I would ask of these energies, what their intentions were, were they ready to go to the light? What did you learn? Where is your karma? Have you cleared your karma? All of this type of stuff. And I could see when the energy is in darkness, okay, when it is negative, it would show up red. If we transmuted the energy through prayer and or me just dealing with some of these spirits, it would turn white. Okay. And I would always tell them, you've come from light. Light is where you came from, and light is where you're going to return. I don't give them the choice. Do you understand? I'm not here giving you the choice. Okay. You were created in love. You're going to return to love. You were created in light. You're going to return to light. Okay. And this is me dealing with these negative, dark energies, saying this is what you're going to have to do. And they listen to it. And you want to know why? Because my divine masculine is standing behind me, very freaking powerful and intimidating. He's intimidating. He's intimidating. Okay. Now, this is happening for you too. So if you're getting negative energies and you identify with being a divine feminine, okay? And what I mean by divine feminine is you're not from this realm. You come from the Ein Sof, okay? And you've been given a certain authority over dimensions, okay? Some of you acting like logoses, okay? And a lot of divine feminines, you're logos too, okay? Remember what I told you what a logos is. We make law. Okay, so you have Moses was a logos, Yeshua was a logos, okay? And in this day and age, we're going to have logoses too here, all right? So what you are speaking, you have to be very, very careful, all right? Because your word now has power, you have authority over realms, and what you are saying out of your mouth triggers the law of correspondence, all right? So yes, divine feminine, you will have some demonic energies wanting to go back home. All right. But if you are a divine feminine, you'll know how to handle these energies. You have to talk to them. You can't be afraid of them. All right. They're not coming in to harm you. Divine feminine, they're not coming in to harm you. As a matter of fact, typically when they do come in your presence, they're a lot scareder of you than you are of them. They're nervous. They're nervous. But some of your divine masculines are in that dark energy. All right. You have to transmute it. Okay. If you've made a pact, or a contract with one of them, okay, or two of them, and you said, I'm going to come here and I'm going to heal the divine masculine, you have to be open to that. All right. And some of the forms, not forms, but some of the emanations are not always of light, but they desire to be there. So if they're desiring to be there, what are you going to do, divine feminine? Are you going to turn your back on them, or are you going to help them? This is your family, by the way. All right. So yes, they're wilding out up there. Okay. I already seen the children complaining, and now I'm telling you, your divine masculines are trying to come into union with you one way or another. All right. So if you're dating somebody that can't harness their energy, okay, the person that you're dating, if your true twin, your true bashert cannot harness or is not genetically compatible with the person that you're in union with, he's probably going to try to cause strife into that union so that you can run into him later on down the road. Now, does this mean that you have to allow it? No. Okay? Divine feminine, you came in with the power. Remember? You came in with the power. So if it's a case that it may be a nuisance to you, you can disconnect that energy. You can cut that cord. You can say, okay, I like the union that I'm in and I'm not changing it. Is it going to stop them from trying? Probably not. Okay. But if you stand your ground, then they'll be forced to go and try to find another one. But majority of them have already identified you before you even incarnated here. And before they even incarnated here, they found you. They found you. And then they incarnated, and now they're trying to find you physically. Do you understand? All right. So be careful out there. Be careful out there. These masculines are not playing. And I was laughing so hard, just talking to one of them today. And I'm like, really, this is what y'all are doing out here? And he's like, yes, because they're serious. They're serious. And if you are the key to their freedom or their liberation or their ascension, they're going to come after you because you are the Grail, the Holy Grail. Okay? Honey, if you don't like what's going on and you want to choose your union, just go to the divine and say, I am utilizing my free will choice to disconnect from this energy. Okay? However, if you choose that you want to deal with this energy, be prepared. That's the best that I can tell you. Be prepared. Who else would you be allowed to marry but me? And you talking to Sophie? And that's not the first time I heard him either, trying to cut me down some notches. At one time, I had stopped at a gas station, and one of my favorite songs was playing, and it's Janet Jackson's "I Miss You Much," right? So I'm jamming "I Miss You Much" and this, that, and the third, and then I was thinking to myself, I said, oh my God, I don't think anybody has the ability who can really handle Sophie. And I heard his voice, very deep, very powerful, and he said, I can. Well, if you're a divine feminine, that gets exciting now, doesn't it? Especially if you think somebody can actually handle you. And you're like, okay, please handle me. We're going to see how this works. But I just wanted y'all to know that, okay? Some of your divine masculines are messing up your unions because they are ready for you, all right? Use discernment. Use your free will. You'll either say, I'll go with the contract, or you can cut the contract short. But understand, they are pretty adamant now. I am Sophie. I love you all. I wish you luck. Bye.